Okay. So are you able to see my screen, guys? So guys, are you able? Okay, good. Yeah. And always try to speak out in, speaker only, guys. Yeah, demo in the sense, actually, guys, already 2 classes, demo classes completed. Okay, na? So today is the Linux first class, so which is a prerequisite for DevOps. Compulsory, we have to go with Linux first before going with the DevOps class. I hope, guys, if anybody newly joined today, okay, they have to go through with the last 2 demo classes. There nothing you missed, okay. Only you missed what is DevOps, the timing part. Timing part I will cover again one more time, guys. These are our timings after Linux classes. Okay, now 2 batches I have for DevOps, guys. Okay, now only these 2 batches we have. Okay, actually now it's demo. First 1 week Linux will be there. Okay, now first 1 week Linux classes, which is prerequisite, and 8:30 p.m. is Linux class timings. And after that, immediately from next week, we'll have DevOps 7. If anybody interested in morning classes, okay, now you can go with this batch next week itself, from next week. And this will take 2 weeks, guys. Next week. Next week. Okay, the 7 p.m. will be started. You can join anywhere. Both are same batches. Okay, now whichever is comfortable to you, you can join there. It's completely your wish. Okay, now after Linux, first 1 week, this will be the timing, and duration will be 3 months, guys, minimum. 3 months is the duration, and Monday to Friday. Okay, now Monday to Friday, daily 1 hour, minimum 1 hour. It may extend of 1 hour 15 minutes and half an hour based on the topic. This is how it works, guys. Okay, na? Yeah, this is about timings. As I told, today is the first class for Linux. Yes, so I will add you into my WhatsApp group, guys. Already I created one WhatsApp group for this demo. Okay, so whoever joined newly today, I will add you into that WhatsApp group. There you can so maybe this is my number, guys. Everybody, can you please ping me in this number? This is my WhatsApp number. I will add you into my WhatsApp. Okay, now so there you will get course content, and if you have any questions also, you can ask me. This is about, okay, so I will provide my WhatsApp link also.
Babu.
Yeah. So guys, everybody, I added you. Sorry, I just pinged the WhatsApp link also in group chat. Can you please open GoToMeeting? I mean, where if you open chat box, there you can see the, like, again, WhatsApp group invitation, guys. Okay, now everybody join in that WhatsApp group so that you will get my course content, every duration. You can ping me if you have any questions also. And this is my number. If at all anybody has problem with that WhatsApp group link, please ping me on this number. This is my WhatsApp number. Okay, now there you will get my course. I will ping you. I will add you into my WhatsApp group. You join here, everybody. Okay. Yeah. Now, guys, as I told, why Linux? Why not Windows? And everybody mute yourself. Everybody mute yourself, guys. Getting some background noise. Everybody mute yourself. Still, I'm getting noise. Whoever not speaking, mute yourself. Prabhakar, please mute yourself. Yeah. Okay. So, guys, here, why we need a Linux? Why not Windows? Because Windows is a Windows is familiar for everybody, even who are not working also. Windows is again very easy to manage. But why we are not using Windows in real time? Because Linux is open source, guys, free of cost. Open source means, okay, now that is first advantage. And the second advantage is more secured when compared to Windows. Linux is an operating system, guys. Okay, now more security. And for automation, as we discussed in demo class, so DevOps is mainly into automation. Okay, now. So of course in Windows also we have command line. CMD prompt is there. There you can do the automation. But when compared to Windows, Linux shell, Linux terminal will allow more flexible. Okay, in terms of automation. So that is the reason we are using Linux. Real time, most of the time, we go with Linux operating system. Of course, in Windows also, you can install DevOps, guys. You can use DevOps. Okay, now DevOps has so many tools. You can install DevOps tools in Windows also. But most of the times, Linux only we use because of the maybe initially, guys, you may feel little difficulty in Windows, but definitely Linux is more flexible. Once you are familiar, definitely you can manage Linux very easily. But initially, you have to practice more. Okay, now, yeah. Then Linux distributions. What are the different distributions available for Linux? So guys, there are different distributions available for Linux. Okay, now. So Red Hat, like Windows, we do have Windows 10, Windows XP, Windows 2000, Windows 2007, Windows 2010, Windows 2008, 2016. These are the different distributions. So basic are same, guys, everywhere. Maybe you may get advanced features in different distributions. So here also same. We do have different distributions in Linux also, guys. There are number of distributions in market. Sun Solaris, SUSE, IBM AIX, HP UX. Okay, so Kali Linux, like this, hundreds of distributions available in the market. Okay, now, but out of them, we use majorly, commonly used distributions are these distributions, guys, in real time, because of the easiness. So even in Linux also, we have paid versions. Okay, now, so, but like some of them are free of cost, like this. These are the commonly used distributions in real time. Okay, now, when compared to Windows, these are free of cost and less, again, more security and less cost. Support also very less cost, guys. Windows is not free of cost. It's a Windows again. So huge cost they will again we have to pay, guys. Okay, if you use Windows in real time for support purpose. That is the main reason most of the organizations they are going with Linux to reduce the project cost. Okay, now here also we go with Linux only most of the time DevOps. And guys, some guys pinging in group chat, always ping, just speak out. Okay, now. So until unless you have some speaker problem. Why? Because I may not see the chat box. Until unless I open it, I cannot see the chat. Okay, always speak out. Yes, Ubuntu also, it's a free of cost only. These are the commonly used distributions in real time. Operating system, guys. Maybe in Windows, all are owned by Microsoft only. All distributions like Windows 10, Windows 7, Windows XP, 2000, 2016, all are owned by Microsoft only. But in Linux, these all are owned by different companies, guys. They developed like again these Linux distribution developed by a different organization, not by one organization. Okay, na? This is about distributions. So we go with these distributions only. If you remember, even in last class when I showed that Linux box, I launched this Linux box, Amazon Linux, which is developed by AWS. Basic are same, guys. Every doesn't matter which distribution you are working. The basic commands which I am going to show you all are same in all distributions. If you can manage one distribution, definitely you can manage other distributions also. Okay, now don't worry about that. Okay, next. Okay, so I need a volunteer here, guys. Can someone please share your screen? Who would like to? Who has the setup, guys? So I will show you again the basic things in Linux. Once you log in, how can we manage? Anybody has the setup, guys? Can someone please respond to me? Hello, guys. Can someone please respond to me so that we will go with your screen? There only, guys. Actually, my teaching way is different.
Which setup, sir? It is Linux or
I need AWS console. Anyway, I will show one more time how to launch your AWS EC2 instance. The Linux
yes, sir.
box.
Last time you were logged into my system, sir. So last
I'm
class,
sorry,
I
I
think
didn't
we are
get you.
using. Sir, I mean last class we are using my system to demonstrate the demo too, sir.
Oh, great. So are you ready now also then?
No problem, sir.
Your good name?
Madhu.
Madhu. Yes, Madhu, definitely. Please go ahead. But guys, I am expecting daily one person. Okay, now in that way, definitely you will get more knowledge, guys. You will be more active in class. So let me give presenter role to you, Madhu. Please share your screen. So guys, I will show one more time how to install your Linux operating system. Okay, na? In cloud. As I told, what is cloud? Every project, you need your own data center where we will maintain the servers. Okay, na? So here, instead of maintaining our own data center, we are going with cloud. These are third-party providers where they are maintaining the hardware. We are using their hardware by creating the account for your project. Log into it. And I hope, guys, everybody has your own AWS account now. Anybody not created? How many joined newly today? Guys, how many joined newly today? And how many created your own AWS account? How many not created? Compulsory, guys, you have to create your own AWS account without fail. Okay, so because there only we do practice. More practice, do more practice. Did you forget your password?
No, sir.
Okay.
I think it works, sir.
Yeah.
Go for
Now go to services. So guys, I'm sharing one more time. Okay. I'm showing one more time how to create your Linux box. Okay. So in your laptop, nothing to do. In AWS only, we will create our Linux box. Okay. Go to instances. Follow me one more time, guys. And if you have any problem, please let me know that. So it seems already, and one more thing, daily after practice, please delete your servers. Madhu, okay na?
Yes,
So why
yes, sir.
3 servers required here? Not required. So I will show freshly one more time. So guys,
Yes, sir.
right now, so can you please give me control, Madhu, quickly?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I will show you how to create your Linux box now. Okay na? Quickly. As I told already, so guys, the AWS has so many locations, their data centers. See, US itself, 4 regions they have, 4 locations. In India, only Mumbai. So which project you are working for? In that location, nearby location, for example, I'm working for India project. Then I will select India location, guys. Okay, now just click on that location. Now, logically, you are in Mumbai data center, guys. With the help of this Linux AWS account, now you are accessing Mumbai data center. Okay, now via this account you are accessing Mumbai data center. Now, example, your project need one server. I'm launching it. Okay, launch new instance. And here there are so many images. I compulsory to launch a operating system. We need an image, right? See, Red Hat, CentOS, Ubuntu, Microsoft. So many images available in AWS. I have to use which AWS. So I'm using Amazon Linux. Okay, you can go with Red Hat also. And as I told, for practice purpose, we'll go with free session, guys. See, 1 GB RAM and 1 CPU you will get. Don't select any other types. You will be charged immediately. It's a monthly bill, postpaid bill. Don't select these options. T2.nano, T2.smaller. You will get 1 CPU and 2 GB RAM, but you will be charged for it. In real time, we use them based on your load. But here, practice only, right? We go with this one always. Go with select T2 micro. Okay. Then review and launch. And launch it. There are so many steps involved, but right now I don't want to talk about them. In AWS class, we will discuss as those things. Okay, now. And here, AWS, they're providing key pairs, guys. Okay, I'll go with new key pair. So, Amar1. Okay, now. Amar1 key pair will be created. So, actually, its key pair means 2 keys will be there, public and private. I need private only. Public not required. Okay, but still they are providing both the keys. I have to get the private key from this key pair, whichever key pair you are using. Download key pair and launch instance. See guys, hardly 1 minute. Within 1 minute, I am able to launch my server. Go to EC2 dashboard. running instance. See, fourth server will be there now. So earlier already 3 servers there, right? Yeah. See guys, 4 servers available now. So it is coming up now. This is the new server which you just launched. So 4 server you installed in Mumbai data center. You can install whatever you need. Then how to access from your laptop? Because with account, with the help of AWS account, you created. You installed operating system in Mumbai location. You will be having your teams, development team, testing team, production team, application team. For all of them, this Linux box access they ought to give. So we'll see slowly. But as of now, at least you how you will log in to this server. Okay, now for that purpose, so actually I am using this key pair, right, for this server. Okay, you can see that information here also. Yeah, see, Amar1 key pair. It has public and private keys. I need a private key, but they are not providing private key directly. I have to generate. So in your laptop, you have to install Putty application. Putty Gen will be there. Select Putty Gen. Can you open Putty Gen in your laptop? Putty Gen. Okay, here this is one time task guys. What I am doing is one time task. First time when server launched, today I launched this server. Okay, the first time I have to generate a private key. Then after tomorrow onwards I can use same key. So you have to remember which key I'm using. Okay, in which folder you have downloaded that amar.pem key? This is amar1.pem key. Select. Okay, open and say okay. Save private key. Say yes. Okay, save with your wish anywhere in the system. Save with the same name. Don't give any extension. It will take by default. That's it. Now you are ready to log in this server. Okay, now so every server has its own IP address. Copy this IP address. Can you please open Putty in your laptop? Paste your IP address. And here left hand side SSH button. So I'm taking control. Just give me authentication. Okay, and browse your key. The private key just now you generated for your server, right? Amar.pem ppk private key. Open, and the default username is ec2-user, guys. That's it. Your Linux box is ready, guys. Here only in real time also in cloud only we install our operating system. Here only we'll install the application. Your day-to-day, your project related applications, your DevOps related applications, you will install in here only. Okay, now how many applications you need, that many servers you will install. Here it seems 4 servers you build. Practice session, why 4 required? What I will do now, I will delete remaining, guys. Okay, every day after the practice, delete them, guys. This many not required. You no need to maintain this many. Real time, that's fine. We don't delete. But here, delete them. Okay, now terminate. Completely you're removing. You cannot reuse them if you remove them. Okay, now remove, terminate. That's it. Shutdown also you can do. Simple right click, instance state, delete. Sorry, shutdown. But here I'm deleting them completely. Okay, now you cannot use them, these 3. So guys, every day without fail, check your billing dashboard also. As I told, it's not free of cost completely. Again, 750 hours only free of cost. That too some of the services only, not all of them. Here I can check that. If you come down, you can see the usage. Guys, this is for your server, this is for your storage. You should not cross this percentage. 100% if you cross, done. You will be charged. Okay, as I told, 750 hours only and 30 GB storage per month. Okay, now 1 year you will get like that. So be careful. If you if you cross that, you will be charged. And it's auto debit for out of guys. Indian guys, it's not auto debit. Okay, so here guys, if you go to payment methods, okay, so for Indian guys, there will be option. Okay, see, this is the option for Indian guys. Don't enable this. If you enable this, auto debit will be happening. But for US cards, if you are using US card, this option won't be there. It will be auto debit for US out of guys. So be careful guys. This option is only for Indian guys. Don't enable this. If you enable this, you will be charged. I mean, if you cross your limit, 750 hours limit, it will be auto debit from this account. The debit credit card you given, right? That from that account, it will be auto debit if you enable this. So be careful. Okay now. So I'm going back to my services now. So your server. See, I deleted all the those three, right? Now I'm inside my server. So I will show now basic commands, guys. How to manage it. Like generally now I logged in with EC2 user as of now. But later, guys, we will log in with our own users only. Okay, so in user management, I will show you that. Initially, if it is a brand new server, then only we'll use EC2-user. Later, we'll create our own users. Amar, Pradeep, in your project, how many users available? That many users I will create. Everybody will log in their own username only. Okay, na?
I think there is
And
no need to install the, any Linux operating systems are here.
I didn't get you. Come again?
There is any need for installing the any Linux OS here, sir. Otherwise, you can only use the putty is sufficient to manage
No,
the
already we
major.
installed. Okay.
Yeah.
Already you installed OS in AWS data center hardware. Here
Okay.
this is the same Linux box which I connected. Putty is a
Okay.
mediator.
Okay. There is no need to install in our system again in any versions like Fedora, CentOS.
Not at all is required. In your laptop, Windows only. Okay, now remotely by using Putty is a mediator. By using this Putty, you connected this server, which is there in AWS data center. In Mumbai data center, you install this Linux box. The same Linux box you connected now from your laptop by using Putty. So real-time servers we don't install in our laptop, guys. Your laptop is just a mediator. By using your laptop, you will connect to your servers, which are running in your data center. Okay, now? Yeah. So guys, now I will show basic commands. Okay, how like what commands we use and all. So just a minute. So who am I? Who am I command will show you what is your username, currently logged in user. See, I'm a EC2-user command, guys. ID also same, but it will show little more information. We'll come to that part later. Okay. PWD, present working directory. In which directory? I will cover the directory structure also. Just give me some time. Okay, so ls will show you list. Maybe generally guys in Windows, if you go to one folder directly, you can see where are you. Example, I'm inside maybe desktop. Okay, now I'm inside some folder. So then see, I'm able to see where are you currently. I'm in desktop folder and I can see the contents of the folder already. But in Linux, pwd is the command. Where are you? It will show you. I'm in this folder now because it's a command line. You have to give command to see everything, to do everything. ls will show list. Nothing is there as of now. But in Windows directly it will show you where are you and what are the folders and files you have in that folder. Okay, na? Next, here guys, there are two types of users available. Okay, na? There are two types of users available in Linux. One is root user, one more is normal user. Let me explain one thing. Can you please open your notepad? Write down here. So types of users in Linux. Normal user and super user. Root. So EC2 hyphen user, Amar, Pradeep. Okay, so all your team members, it doesn't matter, developer, application team, database guy. Okay, so everybody, how many, maybe 10, 20, by default, everybody is normal user only. And there is a super user called root. The user name itself root user, guys. He is the super user, CEO of your Linux box, your company. Okay, now so every Linux box has root user. Only one and only root user. What is the difference? Super user and normal user means normal user doesn't have like admin access, guys. Example, I want to install application. I want to delete application. I want to stop application. I want to change system settings. Okay, so maybe I want to create a new user. Normal user cannot do that. Who has the root access? There is basically root is not a human being, guys. It is one system user, I can say. Root is the system user. Okay, here normal user itself will get a root access, guys. See, generally example, let's take one company. Okay, IBM. IBM has so many branches. IBM CEO will be one only, but he won't be available everywhere, right? In all IBM offices. What they do, what that CEO will do, he will appoint the admins for every office. Hyderabad office, one admin. Again, Bangalore, one admin. Right. Same here also. Root user only one will be there. Okay, now. So normal user itself, whoever working in your project, admins, by default, he already has the admin access. Okay, this user, EC2 user already has admin access, guys. Initially, we use this user to do the system setup, to create a new users. Okay, first I will log in with this user and then I will switch to root user. There are multiple ways to get root access. One is by getting the username and password. One more is by like using sudo access. What is sudo? You will come to know in some time. In user management, I will explain what is sudo command. But as of now, remember that to switch from normal user to root user, we use that sudo access. It's a special access. Okay, now so that that particular user now onwards can act as admin. Same concept in a company, IBM organization in Hyderabad branch. CEO won't be there. Everywhere CEO cannot be available. Admin will be there for every office, every branch. Same. Here also, example, there are different teams available. Developer, application team, database guy, system admin, or DevOps admin. So I assume that Amar is the DevOps admin. So first, when I set up a new system, I will create all the users. If you have 10 users in your project, 10 users I will create. And for admins, we'll give the sudo access. So Amar now onwards can act as a sudo access, root user. He can, if in this system, if anybody need anything like system application settings or anything you want to stop, you want to delete, you want to install, you want to add something, compulsory they should come to admin. Whoever, so you should reach out to Amar over the chat box, over the mail, and Amar log into the same server with Amar user. Then he will switch to root user. Then he can manage the system. Just now, already as I told, EC2 user has that sudo access. See, I am able to run this command. Meanwhile, example, I created Amar, Pradeep, Navya and all. Those user cannot run this command. If they run this command, they will get error. They are not authorized persons like that. There is a setup required for that. Who need a sudo access? We have to give special access. There is a file for that. In that file, you have to add the details. Then only they can get. As of now, already this EC2 user has the special access. That's the reason he is able to run. See, now I'm a root user, guys. Okay, now I can do anything in the system. I can install, I can create, I can delete, I can add, I can change the system setting, application settings, because I'm the admin now. Okay, na? So guys, did you understand the concept? What is the difference between normal user and super user or root user? Any questions? Hello guys. Any questions in super user concept? What is normal user and what is the difference between super user?
Sir, I have one doubt. For every time when I use the sudo command, it goes to the root user or any another user, sir?
Root only. But everybody cannot run this command, as I told. Only admin. Example, Amar has sudo access. First, I will log in with Amar user. Then I will run sudo -i. So I will be root user now. I can act as a root user then. Only authorized person can run this command. Then they can act as a root user then. Okay, na? Are you clear?
Yes. How to come back to the again EC2 user, sir?
Exit. Okay. Now you are again EC2 user. Exit or log out. Both are same. Okay, na? Now again I'm going back to root user. Now let's move on to directory structure. Different directories available in DevOps, sorry, Linux. If I ask you about Windows, what are the different directories available in Windows, guys? What is C drive? What is C drive, guys, in Windows? So, guys, what is C drive in Windows?
Root users.
No, no, I'm talking about Windows operating system. What is C drive? I'm not talking about user now. What is the proper?
All drives available there, sir. If you install
All
any
right.
application,
Your operating system related,
Yes.
your OS related will be there. Your application, if you install anything, the files and all will be there inside your C drive only. Again, in C drive, you have different folders. Like what I can say, user folder, program files, right? Different folders available in C drive. Okay. So the same concept in Linux also we do have different folders. Okay. So you should know the folder structure, guys. How those folders works. There are so many folders, but for just initially, I will explain about few folders only, not all of them. Okay, this many folders right now, I don't want to talk about them because maybe later, slowly, one by one, you will come to know that. Okay, so MNT, media, like this, so many folders available. There is no C drive, D drive concept in Linux, guys. This act as C drive in Linux. Slash, we can call it as a slash folder. Okay, now this is slash folder, forward slash. The folder name itself forward slash, guys. Main folder in Linux. Base folder, main, base, main or base folder, you can say. Okay, folder or directory. Like C drive, guys. Okay, now, so this is the main folder. How C drive is the main folder in Windows? Same concept. Guys, in Windows, how do you open folders? Guys,
By double
in Windows,
clicking the any of them.
Exactly. We'll click on double click. C drive, go to C drive, double click on it. And again under C drive, double click again, wherever you want to go. Here CD is the command, guys. So any directory, if you would like to open, this is the command. CD is the command, guys. Okay, now CD, then your folder name. Which folder you want to go. See, I'm in slash folder now. PWD will show you which folder you are in currently. And do ls. The folders which are given to you, right? These are the folder names. See, guys, these are the folder name. Different folder names available for your Linux. So slash, I told slash is the main folder, and under that you have different folders like this. Each folder has different purpose, guys. You should know the purpose, because one more question, guys. Example, let's take Windows. In C drive, can I store movies or any document or songs?
no,
Guys, actually we can create, but we are not doing it. Why like that? Because so you have to maintain the consistency. So C drive is for one purpose, to maintain the OS related data, user related data. So I have to maintain that. I should not copy the movies into C drive. I can copy, but unnecessarily it will change your consistency. If you don't know where, which file, which kind of file there in which folder. So something, wherever the folder open, that folder you are copying movies, songs, data and all. Definitely later point of time you will forget. You cannot understand which file, which type of file is there in which folder. Movies, which folder. So there is no particular folder you are not maintaining. So here also, always we have to maintain the structure in which folder. So every folder has its own purpose. Okay, now here CD. One more thing, how to refer the paths, guys. So how to refer this path means this is called a slash root. That means under slash root is there, slash home, slash etc, all are under slash only. So whatever the folders available under slash, I can refer. So to open that particular folder, what should I refer? CD slash root. So I have to open like this, guys. CD space slash root. Then how can I open home folder? CD slash home, CD slash etc, slash tmp, slash boot, slash dev, slash lib, slash var, slash usr, slash bin, slash sbin, slash mnt, slash media. Like this you have to refer. Okay, now. So example, one more folder is there under root folder, not under slash. Now this time under root. Okay, now. Then you should not say slash test. This one. This is not slash test. Because where is test folder? It is under slash root. So I have to say cd slash root slash test. Okay, now. So if under test one more is there. So guys, what should I refer?
Slash test one.
Test one.
Slash root slash test one. This is how I have to refer. Okay. Now let me give you in different way. Reverse. What does that mean? Where is test one folder?
In EDC?
Under test one.
Under test. Where is test folder?
In ETC.
Under
Where is etc folder?
under
EDC.
slash.
Under slash. That is the order, guys. If you see path like this, so test one is there under test, test is there under etc, etc is there under slash. Okay, now this is how you have to refer. So example, I am under slash folder, guys. How to refer the paths here? Okay, how
Sir,
to change
here,
from one directory to another directory?
Sir, these,
Come again?
sir, a small doubt here, sir. This test one,
Yes.
test two, or whatever it may be, etc. are executable files, or are any textable files, text files, txt files, something?
I will come to the type of files we'll discuss later. Executable means commands. Okay, so we'll talk about normal. By default, if I don't say anything means it is a text file only. By default, your Linux will treat everything is a file, normal text file. Okay, na? Yeah. So by default, it will treat as a Linux normal text file only.
Yes, sir.
Okay, here slash is the main folder. So then what is slash root folder? Let me ask you one question, guys. By default, in Windows, when you logged in with any user to your system, what is the default folder? Where you will be? When I logged into my Windows Linux box, where it will be? Guys, what is your default folder in
I
Windows?
think C folder. I think desktop. I think C folder.
So by default, your user folder will be like this: C drive, users
Yeah.
folder, your username, maybe Amar. Example, I logged in with Amar. Amar desktop. This is the default folder. If I log in with one more user to the same system, maybe example Pradeep. This is the default folder in Windows. What will be there in my desktop? I'll be having my own settings, only my personal files, right? In my desktop. Same concept here also, guys. This is a root user default folder or home directory. We can call it as a root user home directory or personal directory or default folder. So root user setting will be there in this folder. When root user logged in, this is the default folder. This is kind of desktop folder for root user. Let me show you. CD, okay. Exit from root user. Guys, clear. Control L or clear screen will clear your screen, okay. So now see, I'm logging into root user. From I'm now normal user. I'm logging into root user. See, guys. This is the root default folder. I mean, from here I can go in Windows also. Default is desktop, but from there I can go to C drive, D drive, E drive, F drive, right? Here also same. See, by default I'm in /root. When I logged in with root user, this is the default folder. Root user personal directory, personal setting will be there. Now I'm switching to root user, / folder. See, I can go anywhere later. In the same way, /home will be there. All normal user folders will be there. Example, if you go to /home, okay, now with your username, example Amar user. This is Amar user home directory, guys. Same, similar to Windows. See, example, this is your /drive, and this is your home, and this is your username one folder. So under that you have desktop if it is Windows. And see here, this is your C drive. Okay, this is your users folder, and this is your with username one folder is there, and comma. How many users you have, that many folders you can see here. When I joined with the EC2 user, this is my default directory. Okay, now so where I will have my personal data, let me show you that. See, guys, by default this is my home directory. Okay, now this is your home directory. Okay, so someone is asking what is difference between sudo -i and sudo su-. Okay, let me ask you one question, Rahul. Assume that I have a land. Okay, now just for your information, I have one land. So how many ways I can give you the authorization for my land? Example, you are my brother or maybe you are my friend. So somehow I'm going to UK or US. So I want to sell my land. So how many ways I have, I can give you the authorization to my land? Rahul. I can give complete registration on in the name of you. That is
Power
one.
of attorney. Power of attorney.
So is that mean like power of attorney means is it kind of registration? No, right?
No, it's not registration. It's giving you the rights to sell.
Authorization. Same concept.
Yes, correct.
So is the authorization. SU is again registration. Maybe complete example, you know the user credentials, username and password. Then you can do SU, switch user, SU ante. SU means switch user. Sudo is authorization. You will come to know about these things in user management. Don't worry about that. I will give clarity in user management when we are discussing about user management. Okay, na Rahul? Yeah, good. See guys, this is the home directory of root normal user. Example, I have one more user, Amar. What is the default directory for Amar, guys, when I join? /home/Amar. Okay, so guys, here while cd to your folders, okay na. So example, this is my folder, something, assume that I want to go to this folder. So this is one way, this is called as absolute path, okay na. Or else like this also I can go cd root cd test1. This also correct only, guys. Like one by one also I can go, or I mean like this. First go to / folder, then go to your root, then go to test. Here no need to add /, guys. Okay, now why? Because it's based on your place. Where are you currently? Based on that you can use the path. Okay, now here I'm in / folder already, so I no need to use /root here. Already you are in / India. You are in India. You can use directly Telangana. Example, I'm giving address. Okay, now so I'm in US. I'm giving address to you. That time I have to refer India, Telangana, Hyderabad, high-tech city. But assume that already you are in India. You are referring high-tech city address. Directly you can see. So example, this is in Telangana. This is AP or Bangalore, maybe Karnataka. Okay, now this is India. This is Hyderabad. Sorry, Telangana. This is Bangalore. You are in Bangalore now. You want to refer Telangana. Okay, now so Telangana, Hyderabad. So in that way, okay, first come to like India, cd / Telangana, Hyderabad, high-tech city. You no need to say again / here, something like this. Either you can give in one shot like this. This is called as absolute path, and this is called as relative path. Okay, now. So this is how it, based on the current folder, you can use your folder names. Example, you are in India already. So you no need to say to go to this folder. I no need to say cd / root. I can say simple root also. Let me give some examples for that. cd / I'm in / folder now. Guys, can I give cd / root or cd root? Which one is correct? Which one is correct now? Should I give this
CD
one?
root. CD root.
But yeah, cd root is enough actually. I know I can give simple cd root, but it seems normal user, right?
Yeah, okay.
So there is some one user directory. We cannot go with other user, guys. This is root user home directory. Let me switch to root user. Okay. Now I want to go to home folder. Can I give cd home or cd / home? I'm in / now.
CD home.
Home is enough. Okay. Now I want to go to root folder. Can I give, so do ls now. Do we have root folder here? If I give cd root, it will try to cd root folder which is there in current. Do we have root folder in current folder? So it will throw an error. Should I give cd root or cd slash root? Slash root I have to give. See, because I'm not in slash, I have to give cd slash root. This is how the path works. Now next cd slash etc. So guys, in Windows, I want to do any setting, application or system setting. What is your approach in Windows? Guys, in Windows, any application setting I want to do, what I have to do?
So for
Or
program
system setting
function.
I want to do in Windows. Huh?
Control panel.
I'll go to control panel. Here, this is the folder, guys. In Linux, any application setting, if you install any application, okay, so that setting you can see here only as a file. In Windows graphical screen, you are doing right clicks and all. But here in Linux, everything is a file only. Okay, now. So you have to go to this folder, find out the respective file and change it. Okay, so that is etc folder. Application setting or system setting will be available in etc folder only. Now next, cd slash boot. Program files in Windows. C drive program files available, right? Same concept. cd slash boot. Bootable files. This is a kernel file, guys. Every operating system has kernel, right? What is kernel? Kernel is the main program file, guys, in a Linux or Windows, anywhere. In OS, because of kernel only, you are able to do your things, guys. Example, you are doing ls, cd, pwd, you are running any command. How your system knows it? Your system will take the instruction because of the kernel only, guys. Okay, now kernel will take care the things. You are giving the instruction. Your kernel will read that instruction and give the output to you. So this is the kernel file, guys. Main program file in Linux. Be careful. Okay, na? Main program file in Windows. Sorry, in Linux. Kernel file. It is available under /boot. Okay. So next, cd slash tmp. Guys, in Windows also we have this folder, tmp folder. Generally, example, let's take, I opened a browser, I searched, so history will be there, browsing history, cookies, passwords, where it will be stored in tmp folder only, guys. In your Windows, there will be tmp folder in Windows. Okay, now same concept. Here also, this will, your system will use this folder. Okay, now your system will use this tmp folder. Okay, so you should not use this tmp, temporary. If you store anything here, automatically your system will clean up this folder. 30 days older file will be deleted automatically. Be careful. Okay, now your important files and all you should not store here. Its system will use this folder always. Okay, now cd, what else? cd slash dev. Actually, again, this is also system devices files. All your camera, so CPU, what I can say, monitor, mouse, keyboard, RAM, CPU, hard disk, everything is, again, it will show here only. Again, it's for system purpose, not for your purpose. Okay, na? This is for system purpose again. not for your system. So you should not use this for /dev at any cost. So like this, guys, there are so many folders under /drive. Everything has its own purpose. Okay, na? Everything has its own purpose, guys. So you should know that purpose, each and every. But I don't want to talk right away everything, because definitely you'll confuse. You'll be confused. Later, based on the requirement, when we use that folder, I will show you that. Okay, na? So that is how the directory structure available, guys. We use cd command, ls command to open the folders and all. So I hope you understood the directory structures. Did you understand, guys? Everybody, any doubts here? What are the different directories available? What are the purpose of those directories? Did you understand? Any questions
Yes,
in today's class? Hello? Someone said something? So I hope you are good. Okay? Yeah. So I think it's enough for today, guys. Okay, so but please make sure that practice more. So I provided a YouTube link, right, guys? Next 2-3 days you will get the class links there only. I mean the recordings there only. Okay, after that, once we start DevOps, I will provide the recording directly. But as of now, next 1-2 days you will get in YouTube only the same link which I given in WhatsApp link. Okay, now there only you will get your what I can say, your videos. So any questions, guys? Are you clear now? Did you understand, everybody?
Yes.
Yeah, that's great. Okay then, guys, let's wind up the call for now. Then we'll meet tomorrow, same time, same link. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay then, guys. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, bye, guys. Practice more.